Brazing. This is the process of joining two metals together using high heat and filler materials, as seen in the picture below. There are several components to brazing. The first is you need a base material. These are the two metals that will be joined together. Next, you'll need filler. This is typically copper and is used to fill the gap between the materials to join them. And then in order to have the gap filled, the filler material must be melted and therefore a heat source is required. The base material. These can be two of the same type of metal or two different types of metal. You can see that they are set to such that they will be joined later together, as indicated by the arrows in the picture above. Filler. This is typically copper and is responsible for flowing into the gap between bases via capillary action. As you can see in the diagram below in the picture to the right, these are typically small cylindrical-like metal shapes that will be handheld, especially in manual torch brazing. Capillary action. This is the ability of a liquid to flow in narrow spaces without the assistance of external forces, such as gravity. The brazing process has three main components. First, the filler must be heated to above its melting point. Then, wetting occurs. Wetting is when the filler melts and easily flows in between the two metal materials such that they'll be bonded. Once the filler cools and solidifies, this will also solidify the parts together, leaving a strong bond. A few considerations must be taken into account while brazing: clearance distance, cleanliness of material, temperature, and time needed. There are several types of brazing. The first type of brazing is torch brazing. This is the most common method of mechanized brazing. It is best for small production volumes or in specialized operations. As you can see, this shows manual torch brazing. The operator applies heat to the filler, which will fill the gap between the two materials, which he is also controlling their position. Furnace brazing is a semi-automatic process used widely in industrial brazing via a controlled heat cycle, as pictured below. As you can see in this picture, filler is being applied to the outside edge. These parts that now have filler are going and entering a furnace. This is the finalized product.